Good day, Las Vegas, and welcome back to VegasVibes, giving a peek at what's grooving and brewing in the music, pageantry, live production, and fascinating scenes in the city that never sleeps. And I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. I would like to thank the avid viewers of VegasVibes on Vegas Live TV, ACTV, WCTV, and VitchNetworks.tv, especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung, and LG Smart TVs, the recently added Pizzazz TV, and of course, in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. Please continue to support my show as well as my VegasVibes network by telling your friends to like VegasVibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I would like to thank the hundreds of thousands of visitors who have visited Vegas this month as we continue to celebrate the VegasVibes moment that Las Vegas is fully open. This means the music, pageantry, and live production scenes in the entertainment capital of the world has been employing long sideline artists, performers, and highly skilled workers to slowly but surely welcome locals and visitors to its world-class entertainment and production stages. We hope to see familiar faces when we watch mega concerts and major sports events live and in person. When VegasVibes returns, I will be introducing a unique artist from Iowa who now has residency in Circa Resorts and Casino in downtown Las Vegas. Let's check him out, so don't go away. Welcome back! Las Vegas remains to host the best and the biggest resorts in the globe, and some of the best entertainers in the world live right here in this great city. It's bursting in the scenes with creative juices, and those mega live productions can forever be part in the show. So start planning your trips to Vegas, and when you see a particular show or a live event announced, book it without delay, as tickets will come and go super fast. You snooze, you lose, so be on the lookout always. In a few moments, I will be joined by Chris Ihle, a Lego artist who was born and raised in the state of Iowa and was working as a mortgage banker until he was faced with a life-changing situation, that of saving the lives of a couple whose car was stuck on the railroad tracks and about to be hit by a train. This act of heroism was recognized by the Carnegie Hero Fund Commission. More importantly, Chris Ihle left his job and focused on Lego artistry and transformed the hobby into a serious business. He was invited by Circa Resort and Casino as a resident artist when it opened its doors in the last quarter of 2020. My interview of Chris Ihle and his gallery pieces coming up next, so freeze that remote until VegasVibes returns. Welcome back to VegasVibes. On VegasVibes, we feature amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas a unique global brand. And on that note, here with us today, we have a uniquely talented man, excited to share his inspiring story about a crazy dream turned into his vision, then through sacrifice and unparalleled determination, realized and brought to life a remarkable business, fabricating one-of-a-kind facsimiles of loved ones, pets, historical figures, you name it, all from those little plastic building blocks we've all played with as children and stepped on barefoot as adults. I'm very proud to have on VegasVibes Mr. Chris Ihle. Hi!
Well, hi. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here on VegasVibes. I think this is my very first time I have someone who's a Lego artist.
Yeah, there's not too many people that do what I and my team do. We are proud to say that here in Las Vegas, we are the only place in the world where somebody could walk in and order a life-size Lego or brick statue of themselves or a loved one.
That's exciting.
It is. So what happened was about 2.5 years ago, I was working at a bank. I used to write mortgages for Wells Fargo, and I was driving back from a basketball game with my daughter, and little Elizabeth is quite the go-getter, and she was tired, and we had a 3-hour drive, and she was tired of listening to her father, so she decided to fall asleep in the back. And as I was driving back, I kept thinking about, I used to watch the show How I Met Your Mother, And on that show, there was a character, Barney Stinson, and he had a life-size stormtrooper in the back of his fancy Manhattan loft. And I thought, wow, I really want a stormtrooper, because I was born in 1974. Never played with Legos. They just weren't on our radar because we were all Star Wars kids. And so I'm thinking, I bet with a little bit of ingenuity and creativity, I could build a stormtrooper. Turned out my idea to do that, how I was going to do it, was completely wrong. It was never going to work in a million years, but it got me thinking. And it got me thinking, okay, people really like seeing themselves. And if I'm going to build, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make mistakes, like we all do, right? And there's nothing more forgiving than those little Legos, because you can build something, and if you don't like it, you can take it apart and start over again. So I started on this path. I left the bank one day, and I went to the Dollar General, and I bought a $20 kit of Legos, and I put it on my desk, and all right, let's figure this out. The problem with that was I was going to give myself a couple of months to teach myself how to do it while I was still on the clock at the bank. Problem is, bankers, we all talk about each other. And so, me having Legos on my desk, everybody was like, what in the world is Chris doing? Why is he doing this? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to build people out of Legos. Famous people, everyday people, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And so, after about 3 months, I realized that, yeah, we could do this. So, 6 months ago, freezing my tail off in my basement, building Legos. And this casino opened up, and I didn't know it was going to be this big fancy casino. I just thought, you know, these guys, you know, they think my work is cool and they want to bring me from Iowa to Las Vegas. Hell yeah, let's do it. And so it turns out this place is really nice, and again, we're proud to say that the only place in the world where somebody could walk in and order a life-size Lego statue of themselves or a loved one. And then when we got here, you know, we just started realizing what people are interested in and what kind of pop culture or famous people or custom orders that people wanted. So 6 months ago, I had no idea what people in Las Vegas like. And so we had to redo some of the pieces. For example, we did one of the dancing dealers at the Circa. And they're known for having their dealers dance on the tables and portray that funness and the outfits and everything. But when we built the dancing dealer, I built it back in Iowa. And in Iowa, everybody kind of looks like me. And they look like my daughter. They have blonde hair, pale skin, or just various shades of beige and gray. Come out here, everybody has so much color and a lot more curves and all that fun stuff. So we had to completely take apart our original dancing dealer because we wanted it to look like a Las Vegas dancer. So that's one of the things that we learned and are continuing to learn, because you know, we had no idea what people like, and so it's been a learning and it's been a lot of fun trying to figure it out.
And you have picked the best time to open your business.
Oh yeah, because
you have endured so much, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, my timing has been impeccable, because everybody, because especially during a pandemic, I don't know anybody that says, today I'm going to go shopping and today I'm going to go buy a life-size Lego statue of myself, because nobody does. And you know, everybody asks, okay, well, how long do they take? You know, and
how long is it to build?
They take forever. Oh my gosh, they take forever.
Forever means?
Forever. Because, and I'm like an eternal optimist. Like, I just think, and even like when I came out here, very trusting, and everybody's like, oh, I don't know about that. But I just see the good in everybody. And so when somebody tells me about like, hey, we want to build, wondering if you could build our dog. Yeah, absolutely. But the problem is, I don't want to just, you know, have somebody fax me or email me a picture of their dog. You know, if I'm going to spend a month, sometimes 2, building somebody's dog, man, I want to know that little fluster. I want to know about Bella. Don't just tell me, you know.
You want an emotional attachment?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then people ask crazy questions like, well, how do you get them to their house? And I'm like, listen, if I spent 2 months building Bella, I'm driving my tail down to California. I'm going to put the Lego Bella in front of the real Bella and see what happens. So I don't know if we'll always be able to do that, because hopefully people will appreciate what we do and think it's cool, and we get so busy where I can't drive them. But I don't know if I want to get to that point. You know, if I wanted to work, you know, and sell on Amazon, or, you know, or mass produce these things, I don't want to do that. So right now we're just enjoying being this little,
yes,
yeah,
being able to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
Your new passion, like, which came later.
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
Would you experience anything at all? Like, you were an artist before, just all of a sudden.
No, I was.
Find yourself, or you see yourself building, creating all this.
Yeah, and so what happened was there's a couple of things that were happening in the world. Is that the technology became available. So say your love is supplements, those little pills. You could take those colors of those little pills and figure out a way to build something just as big as you wanted, as pretty as you wanted. And so the technology exists where we can make these crazy big builds that defy gravity, but then at the same time, socially, again, with Instagram and TikTok and selfies, we are all kind of a little narcissist. And that's okay, we should be. We should be proud of how we look and want people to see us, because not everybody's business now is working for a company. You know, a previous generation probably wouldn't have any need for what I do, and that's okay. But now, a lot of our business is promoting our own selves, because we're all not going and working for Chase Manhattan or the railroad where we have a 401k and a retirement plan. Now people's business are themselves, and they're building themselves and what they can offer the world, and we just showcase what they do. So, you know, so if you came to me and said, would you build Esmeralda? I would say, hamburger, I will. But would I build you standing straight up and down like a Civil War statue? No way. No way, because that's not you. And so I could never mass produce them, nor that I would want to, because I need to talk to you, Esmeralda, because I'm going to figure, if I'm going to build you right.
Because you want to know my personality.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It will be based on my personality.
I want to know what's important to you, down to your favorite clothes, pose, whatever. And so I don't think we could ever do that just by collecting orders on the internet. And so that's not me.
I have an important question to ask. What are you very proud of? Because I know something that I can talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm most proud of the fact that because I can't do this all on my own, but I'm most proud of the fact that during the middle of the pandemic, we created a product that's never been offered before, using the skills and the talents of a hodgepodge of people that are different. They don't look like me, they don't talk like me, but they're amazingly talented in how they draw or how they do this. And so I'm able to, in a spot where I can employ other builders that may have some social quirks, that may not enjoy talking to 250 people in a casino every day, that we can create a job where they can work from home in their basements and enjoy their job and not have to do all this corporate BS and go in and spill out their time cards, where I can provide great jobs, make a great product that's great for the environment. I always say I could care less about the environment. I'm 45, and that's not my problem anymore. That's my kids' problem and my kids' kids. But we just use recycled Legos and glue. So by all means, you know, you talk about the green jobs and carbon imprints. Well, we have zero. So we're just using recycled Legos, keeping Legos out of the ocean, and making great jobs in the middle of a pandemic, offering a product that people like. And if you don't like it, that's fine. There's plenty of, yeah.
Do you remember something that happened on July 31, 2013?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about what happened that fateful day?
Oh yeah, so I am one of 9,000 people in the history of the United States to receive the Dale Carnegie Lifesaver Award. So I had a date that night with somebody just as pretty as you. And so me and Stacy were going to go down to the river and listen to some music. And so I was wearing, it was Dwight Yoakam, and he was country. So I had my jeans on, my cowboy boots, and we're going to go listen to some country music down by the river, because if you're going to impress a girl in Iowa, that's how you do it, man. So, I was driving back into my bank, and I look up, and I'm like, golly, there's a car stuck on the railroad tracks. Those old people need to get off those railroad tracks, because those trains are coming. They come through Ames about every 22 minutes. So I look up and they're still there. And I'm like, all right, here we go. So I had to throw my sunglasses and my keys down. I run over and I had to start pushing on the back of the car. And why I did that, just because that's where I come from. My dad's a truck driver, my brother's a truck driver, farmers. And in high school, when we were jacking around in cars, if they broke down, push them off the side of the road and did some.
But actually, that's an act of heroism. You have saved husband and wife. Husband and wife from being struck by a train.
Yeah, it was literally between.
What were you thinking?
You know what? I am not. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And so afterwards, after it all happened, people were crying, there was
Did you realize, like, what did I just do?
I did. I ran in the bank. I said, somebody call my ex-wife and tell her what I just did, that I'm not that bad of a guy after all, because they could see it all from the teller window. And so, but then I called my dad and I said, Dad, sometimes I make you and Mom laugh with my stories of how I get myself into situations. But so I won a Dale Carnegie Medal of Honor, Lifesaver Award from the Red Cross, all these. Yeah, it was fun. But what it did is it just gave me that confidence because it went out on the internet. And on the internet, there's a comment section. And, people were like, wow, that was really neat. You must be a really nice guy, Chris. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But it just gave me that confidence to say, okay, what am I going to do for the next 15 years? Am I going to sit around and wait for retirement at Wells Fargo? Or am I going to think about how we spend our time and happiness and love and life? And so it just gave me that confidence to say, give me that box of Legos, we're going to figure this shit out. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is pretty strong.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
The shit part?
No, I meant to say.
It's fairness. I think I can say that, can I?
I'd rather not, but we're family oriented.
We'll edit that part out.
Yes.
So I just took that confidence, and but at the same time, starting a new business and offering a product that's never been offered before has its challenges. I had to sell my possessions to buy Legos.
And you pretty much gave up everything.
Everything.
Just to be here in Vegas.
You bet.
Have your own art gallery, Chris Ihle Art Gallery.
Yeah.
At Circa, inside Circa.
Yep. And so now we're kind of moving to where we're appointment only. Because it's just the hours and keeping up with the work. So now people just give me a call and we just kind of do that appointment only. Not that we're like some fancy.
Yes, please invite everyone. Where can people find you?
Well, if you're interested in a piece, again, there's no place where you can just go fill out a form because not the way we want to work. And so if somebody wants to see a bust of Esmeralda, just give me a call or text me at 515-291-7212.
If there's anything that you would like to suggest to anyone who would like to follow your amazing
Well, they don't need to follow me. They can do exactly what I did, because what I discovered is that, again, people love themselves and people love art. And so you just have to figure out what your vehicle is. So whether you're making statues or busts of people out of tiny little pills or plumbing supplies or car parts, just find your vehicle to express your art. And if you don't know what your art is, that's fine. Just make people, because people love themselves from the beginning of time. Because I sure didn't invent making statues of people, and I sure as hell didn't invent Legos. And so just pair those two together and make people. You could walk into your local chamber of commerce and say, I think today I'm going to make life-size statues of people out of plumbing supplies. And you can. And people are going to sit and be like, good for you, that's awesome. And then they're going to cheer you up. And then you're going to have to be like, you're going to get a client. And then you're going to be like, okay, I got to figure it out. And so just take your time. Tell your clients it's going to take forever. And you'll be okay. And so there's nothing stopping anybody from doing exactly what I do. In fact, if somebody saw this video and wanted to build statues of people out of bricks and Legos back to their own community, I would be honored. Go for it. You get into problems, you need to cry yourself to sleep, because I did many a times. Go for it. You can do it.
Mr. Chris Ihle, thank you so much for being on our show. It's such a pleasure having you. You're amazing, and let's continue to inspire people in this town, in Las Vegas, and good luck on your current future endeavors. Well, don't go away, folks, because when we come back, we're going to see his wonderful pieces.
For thousands of years, our ancestors have treated diseases and sicknesses by natural means, using plant and earth materials like herbs and trees. In just 100 years, mankind has developed amazing scientific advancements that allow us to enjoy a better life. However, without proper balance, a poor diet, and lack of exercise, our health can deteriorate. Inflammation in the body becomes our worst enemy when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So how do we prevent our health from declining? Natural medicine. A trusted name in the field of natural medicine is Herbax. For over 20 years, Herbax has been producing and distributing natural supplements. Herbax has developed unique patented formulas, duly FDA registered, that achieve optimal health results and help our body regenerate back to its normal functions. We invite you to look at Herbax to adopt new, healthier habits and live a natural lifestyle. Go to herbaxusa.com now.
Hi folks. So some of the pieces that you can see at the Chris Ihle Art Gallery, typically, when we started this, it was going to be life-size people. But then at the same time, we read what the people like. And so we had the opportunity for the last 6 months to meet tons of interesting people here in Las Vegas. And so we've kind of adapted what we build just for the entertainment standpoint. And so I brought some of our smaller pieces and some custom pieces that we've done, because that's what we do. We love custom pieces, so give us your ideas and we'll do it. And so here we have Biggie and Tupac, kind of some pop culture icons, which is fun for us because, I mentioned earlier, I'm from Iowa, and so everybody doesn't look like me in Las Vegas. So here are busts of Biggie and Tupac. We do them all. We use a crisscross pattern, so that way they're all one piece, but at the same time, you can start at the top and take them apart and put them right back together again. Don't really recommend that from a resale value, but if it was me, that's what I would do. Here we have a client, her name is Judy Chen. Sometimes she likes her Bud Light, and so they call her Not Again Judy Chen. So we took one of our bears and we customized it to give a little Judy Chen facial features, her Bud Light bottle, and then her signature phrase, just not again Judy Chen. And so that's a fun piece for us, and we can customize those bears however people like. And then I'm from Iowa, and just up the street from Iowa is Paisley Park, where Prince is from. And so we did a Prince guitar. We kind of thought it was going to be too small, but at the same time we researched it all, and he was just a small guy. And so our bigger pieces are at the gallery. They just don't quite fit in my car. But here's a sample of what we can do. So people can send us their photographs, and we'll build them in Legos for you. So if there's somebody out there that's awesome, let me know about them, and we'll build them in Legos for you. Again, we're the only place in the world where somebody could walk in and order a life-size Lego statue of themselves or a loved one, but you gotta come to Circa Casino or to me, the Chris Ihle Art Gallery. Give me a holler, shoot me a text, and let's see what we can build for you.
We hope you enjoy watching this VegasVibes episode as much as I did. Promise to join me again next week on the same fabulous VegasVibes channel. And to all our global viewers out there, let me remind you that Las Vegas is not just about the world-renowned strip or the famous Fremont Street experience in the vibrant downtown district. It has real people, a lot of them musicians, live entertainers, and those involved in the world of pageantry. And to the people here in the Valley who work hard each day to make Las Vegas a global brand. I would like to feature you and your cool story right here at VegasVibes, either in the studios or online via Zoom. If you believe that's you, please email me now at vegasvibes1@gmail.com. Before I go, I would like to thank my wardrobe sponsor, Anne Fontaine, located at the Forum Shops of Caesars Palace. Anne Fontaine is now open for business as well. You may call Ms. Anna Billings at 702-733-6205 to make an appointment. And now for my favorite segment, the Vegas Vibes Closet. Yes, it features an intricate selection of health and beauty products which I personally use. And this week I have for you Hangover Replenishing Face Primer by Too Faced. Got a beauty hangover? Too Faced Replenishing Face Primer is your instant cure. It hydrates, smooths, and brightens skin for a dewy, healthy looking finish. When long days of work and late nights of play give you a beauty hangover, this is your instant cure. Hangover is a revolutionary makeup primer infused with coconut water, probiotics, and skin revivers that work together to boost skin's radiance, promote elasticity, and help hydrate while looking down makeup for fresher, longer, and more flawless wear. Check it out, ladies! Below is the link if you wish to learn more about it or purchase it without delay. Search for VegasVibes Closet. Follow VegasVibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, or check out VegasVibes.us for updates and announcements. Once again, I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. Thank you for watching. Mwah!